Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa with Lisa Capen Quilts, and this is, I forget the number of videos this is in this series, but guess what? Today we are finishing up piecing together this t-shirt quilt, t-shirt quilt top that, I should restart that, I'm not going to. The t-shirt quilt top that I am putting together. We are finishing up all the sections today, and I'm going to walk you through it. This has been a collage style t-shirt quilt that I'm making for a friend of mine. It has been so much fun. I've done all kinds of filler blocks, including sublimation, applique, embroidery, all kinds of stuff. Used up extra bits of her shirts, added in a couple of quilting fabrics, and it's been a load of fun. So today I'm going to walk you through a progression of patching this together. So let me just show you here on the screen where we are at, where we left off in the last video. And there's a link down in the description box to the playlist of this series. It walks you through the progression of making this quilt top. And one of the very first videos I did some embroidery on one of her t-shirt leftover pieces, and I walked you through that. So that's kind of fun to watch. And this is where we are as we start today's video. Now what I'm going to do is put on the screen as we go the grid, and you'll see the sections and different colors that I'm working with. And what I thought, someone's trying to call me, what I thought we could do today, all kinds of stuff going on in this intro, is at this point, you've kind of followed through. If you followed the series, you'd followed through the method of how I use the grid to see my seams and to see where I sew next, right? Well, I thought we could treat this last video of piecing together this top as a class. So what I want you to do as I'm working through piecing together these sections is for you to kind of look ahead and kind of guess where I'm going next, right? And we'll see if you're right. To be really honest, there's probably a million different ways you could approach piecing together this top. In this series, I just showed you how I approached it. You might have started somewhere else. You might have started at the bottom. You might have started at the middle. But I hope that sharing my process has been helpful for you if you're wanting to approach a quilt much like this. So at the end of today's video, my quilt top is together. All I have left to do is put some borders on that. So I'll probably do that without making a video. And then I really want to quilt this quilt with you, not the whole thing, but just to bring you through kind of just as a treat to the person who I'm making this quilt for. I think she would enjoy that. So there will be one more video of the quilting process, not a tutorial, but just a way to finish up this series. And I really wanted to show, because I've done lots of sublimation photos and other stuff I've sublimated in this quilt top, and I really want to show how beautifully that quilts. So if you've been wondering how does the sublimated photos quilt, I'm doing an edge-to-edge quilting design on this quilt, and it's going to be gorgeous. So I did want to share that to finish up this series. That's the intro. I should redo it, but I'm not going to. We're going to just dive in and start sewing today. As we start sewing today, you can see we are down in the bottom left corner. We're going to start with the pink blocks, blocks 12 and 5. I will sew those together and give them a press, and then we're going to set those aside. Next, we're going to piece together these smaller blocks that I've highlighted green. And then we'll piece the block above it, number 16, together. And once that is sewn and pressed, we'll add the block right below it, block 21. Once that whole section is green, you'll see that the seam right between the green and the pink section is the same size. So we can join that and make that one solid big chunk, the pink chunk you see on the screen. So once this seam is sewn, I'm going to give it a press, and then we're going to set this chunk of quilt back up on the design wall, and we're going to move over to another section. You can see the seams start getting bigger and bigger as we go along with this quilt. So next we're going to bring over another section of the quilt. We're working in the middle now, and I've highlighted these two blocks like a fluorescent yellow lime color. We will sew those together and then add this heart embroidery, which I digitized myself. I was pretty proud of myself. And for the hearts, we used extra bits of little samplings of everything we've used in the quilt so far. Then we'll move below it and we'll add block number 23. So we have this longer yellow section we're putting together. And I'm going to press those seams, and we're going to set the yellow section off to the side. And now we're going to bring in what I've turned like a tan color, blocks 25 and 8. We will piece these two pieces together. And I'm going to set those aside. You'll see the blocks right below it are not exactly the same size and width. So I'm going to piece together these two smaller blocks, and then block 17 right below it. Now we're working in the purple section. Coming back, we're going to add block number 6 right underneath of 17. And then we're going to set that to the side, and I moved over to the right. These last two blocks on the right side I've colored orange. We're going to piece those together. And once that seam is pressed, we're going to join them to the right side of the purple section we've already started. That seam now is exactly the same size. So we will pin everything in place and sew that seam there. Now you see the block above it, 8 and 25, that tan section, I've just added another green star on the screen. That's going to be our fourth partial seam that you see on the screen there. We're going to have an open seam right in this section. So I'm going to leave this section open right there, and I'm only going to sew down to those two pins. So now we can take those pins out. I'm going to press this seam. So now we've got some bigger chunks of the quilt we're working with now. At this point, we're going to make one great big purple section. So the block 4 all the way down to 23, we are adding at this point. So the purple section on the screen, that's what we are putting together at this point. You'll notice I pin a lot, and usually I'm a huge glue baster, but when the quilt chunks start getting to this size, even if I was glue basting, I would pin baste at this point. We just have some longer seams, and I really like to make sure everything is good and anchored. And I not only pin the seam, but I pin the entire sections together to help keep everything together while I'm sewing. So the purple section I just put back up on the design wall. That is finished for right now. And at this point, we're bringing in the blue and the pink section. Right above the pink section, there's a seam that is exactly the same width as the blue section up above. That is the seam we are pinning at this time. And we're going to sew that seam and make one great big section. And when we come back, we now have one great big blue section. I will press that seam. And then we're going to set this chunk of the quilt off to the side, and we're going to bring in the top yellow section and the red section. These are some of the first sections that we put together in this series. We're going to bring those off the wall, and right between the yellow and the red section, there's one seam. We can join these two pieces there. You'll see everything is lining up perfectly. All my seams are exactly the same size. And once we've joined in that seam, you'll see this great big red chunk. At this point, we have 3 big chunks of the quilt top to put together. So just taking a look at this, where would you go next? The way I'm going to approach it is I'm going to bring in the red section and the blue section. And this seam right here, I'm pointing to it on the grid. I'm going to join the two pieces right here first. Now this is when all of our partial or open seams start playing a huge role in putting these chunks together. You'll see the quilt top starts to become quite awkward in places, and I just tuck and roll and pin just to keep control of all of the odd parts of the quilt. So this is the seam we are about to sew now. Coming back, taking out the pins. And now we're going to flip over, and I'm going to sew this seam right here. This is picking up from an open or partial seam where we left off in another section of the quilt. That is going to bring together the red and the blue section all as one. Coming back and unpinning everything. So now you'll see the red section has turned to blue, and at this point we have 2 chunks of the quilt left. So let's bring over the purple section, and the very first seam that I'm going to join is this seam right here, from the star all the way down to the bottom of the quilt where block 21 and 23 are. That seam there is the first one that I will sew. At this point, I start getting excited because we only have a few more seams left before this top is complete. And having a larger table like your dining room table would come in really handy. Somewhere you can spread this out, and it does help to sort of roll parts of the quilt up as you start pinning and moving along. So now that seam is done, and we're going to go from star to star right across the top of the purple, right above block 4 and 25. That's the seam we're going to join next. And you'll see it's kind of awkward. You might have to spread it out on the floor just to open it all up, just so you get a good view of everything when you're working on your own quilts. Because at this point, it does start to get a little bit confusing. I certainly think that the grids absolutely help keep me going in the right direction as far as what I should sew first and what comes after that and so on. I've been so pleased with how everything is fitting. All of my seam allowances have been spot on in my sewing. All of my cutting was perfect. And all of my seams have been exactly the same size. I love it when that happens. So now that seam is complete, and now we're going to go from green star to green star on the right side of block 25 and 8. I know it's going to look really chaotic here on my table. It makes a little bit more sense now that I've folded over the extra purple section, right? So the purple and the golden block, that's 25 and 8. And we're flipping over the blue section now. We're going to pin that seam. We're going to complete this partial seam. You'll see I get really excessive with the pins, but it really does help to really anchor everything in place. So now that seam is sewn, and so pulling out those pins, we have one more seam. We are sewing from the green star right above block 28 to the right side of the quilt. And this is the seam that we all look for, right? The very last seam in putting a quilt top together. I do have borders to add to this quilt, but as far as constructing the top, all of that piecing, this is the last seam to put that together. And here we are. We're going to pull out those pins. You'll see all of my grid is blue now. That means all of the sections are sewn together. And this is one solid quilt top. I'm going to just roughly pin it up on the wall so you can see it. This is where we are as we get ready to add some borders. So if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. You can comment down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.